Hello, my dear friends and family. I welcome you all from the most loving corner of my heart to this interview class of Ek Bihari Sab Pe Bhari Parivar, which we have started for the honest and successful preparation of the UPSC Civil Service exam. As I said, this is interview class and we will talk regarding the interview section, which is the most important stage and section of this UPSC Civil Service exam. After understanding the three stages which I told you regarding in the structure of the class that I have given you, now we need to talk on the fourth stage of that structure. So let's begin. The fourth stage that I told you in the structure of the class was type of questions asked in interview. We surely need to understand that what are the types of questions asked by UPSC in the interview exam, because only then we can train ourselves in such a way that we may be able to perform so good in the interview exam. For what we need to prepare, just for the type of question that are asked in the interview, and for that we need to understand that in very depth. The questions asked in the interview stage are mostly of three types. What are those? The first relates to DAF, Detailed Application Form. When we register for the prelims exam, we need to fill up a form, but that form happens to be normal. That is not a detailed form, but when you get selected for the mains, you need to fill a very detailed application form, which is so deep that you need to tell everything about you. On the basis of DAF, most of the questions, I'll say 50% of the questions are asked from this DAF, detailed application form, in which you tell everything regarding your personal aspects as well as the aspects related to this UPSC civil service exam which you have chosen for. In this, you will have questions on your hobbies, on your educational background, on your per se, the place where you belong to, many more things. I'll tell you in detail regarding the detailed application form that what are the things in detailed application form that you need to fulfill. I'll give you the complete detailed application form in a separate class. That see, this you have to fill, and on which section the questions may be asked by the UPSC panel. I'll tell you everything. The next type of questions relates to subjective types of questions. Subjective includes which you have prepared for the mains. You need to prepare GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, those general studies. Those used to base upon some subjects which where you prepare for. In per se we say in GS1 it's history, society, geography. In the GS2 paper you prepare for the polity, a part of society as well in the GS2 paper, international relations. Then in GS3 economic development. Then you get their science and technology, environment and disaster management, and finally the internal security. Then in GS4, you need to prepare for the ethics, integrity, and aptitude. And also, apart from these GS4 papers, you need to prepare for the essay where your personality is built, and finally, optional papers. So, in this part, this subjective part, they used to ask upon those things, those subjective aspects in which they may ask from the basics of the subject, or from the current section. Means you have studied a topic. What is it? What are the things? What is to be done? These are the basics part. But what is going on in the current stage? For example, you study parliament, its basics, what are its basic functions, what is its structure. But currently parliament security breach issue is going there. They may ask on that. So means they may ask on from the subjective aspects relating to basic things of a topic, or the current things that are going on. Finally, the third type of question that they ask relates to civil service based questions. What are civil service based questions? You are preparing for the civil service examination. After getting selected in this exam, you'll go for the training, and then you will become a civil servant. And as a civil servant, you need to work desperately very hard for the public welfare and social upliftment. So, based upon that, as a civil servant, what you will go on to do when you will become a civil servant, they'll ask on that. They'll give you some case studies, asked ask you regarding the situations that you will be put in a stage, in a position that you are this, and this issue comes before you. How you will go on to handle that? These are the kinds of things that will be asked from you. And the most important part, which I want to tell you, that these all things will be asked based upon, all in a way to understand the personality hidden within you. These all questions will not be surface based. They are not interested in knowing that you know these things are or not. They will ask questions based upon these in a way that they can understand, not only see, they can understand the personality hidden within you. Hidden, why I have written hidden? Because many students think that they don't need to prepare for the interview. They will just go and answer the questions. If there will be some tricky questions, they'll try to befool the interview panel. They will make a fool of them and get very good marks. But remember one thing, they are the experts of this. They are so much versed in this that you cannot even imagine in your dreams to fool them. They are like X ray machines, they are like scanners which will scan you throughout. They will scan you throughout, they will make an X ray of you from their questions. You may try to hide yourself there, that no, I am not egoistic, I am not an angry person. There may be some issues, there may be some weaknesses within your personality which you may try to hide there, but they are so expert that they will extract those weaknesses from you from their questions, and they ask their questions based upon these so that they can understand your personality. Why they try to do this? Because you are going to become a civil servant who has to work for the development of the nation, for the public welfare. And if you have some issues within your personality which can hinder you, which can stop you from working in an efficient way, they need to stop you. They want a kind of civil servant who can truly work with accountability, with responsibility for public welfare, for the tasks which are given to them. That's why they ask such questions and try to extract the personality within you, understand your personality, and you have to train yourself for that. So, friends, we'll stop here. In the next class, I'll try to tell you regarding the detailed application form, each and every part of that, what is TAF, and then in the another class, I'll tell you questions, such kinds of questions that were asked by UPSC in an exam from the UPSC candidate, the true questions which were asked by the UPSC panel, which I tried to get from a student I talked about and taken. And I'll tell you those questions so that you can understand practically what kinds of questions are asked in the interview and understand these two parts and also this as well. First, I'll give you this and then the real questions that were asked by the interview members in the interview exam of this year. And then we'll move on to next stages of the structure of the class, and then gradually we will try to develop that personality within us what is demanded by the UPSC and which can make you a very excellent civil servant which others can't become later in life, where they used to get indulged in things like corruption and etc., which you don't become. So we'll meet soon, friends. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take very good care of yourself.